Hello, teacher. Welcome to Group 1 presentation. This presentation will be talk about testing tool Postman and about member we have Võ Minh Hưng, Trương Chí Kiên, Nguyễn Hoàng Nhân, Lê Hoàng Lâm. We have a table of content. Number one is overview API and Postman. Number two is key feature of Postman. Number three, integration and extensibility. Number four, benefit of using Postman. Number five is best practice and tips. And finally, number six is demonstration. And get started. Uh, Number one, overview of API and Postman. And what is API? API is uh, application programming interface established rule and tool enabling diverse software application to communicate, defining methods and data format for information exchange. And next is set point of API. We have three set point. Number one is endpoint, the specific URL or URI that the application used to access the functionality provided by the API. Number two, request and response. Communication between applications typically involve making requests to an API and receiving response. Number three, authentication. Many API require authentication to ensure only authorized user or application can access their resource. And this image show how the client and server interact with each other through the API. And from the client, it send a request to server through API. The API is responsible for determining how information is exchanged between the client and the server. After the server receives the request, is processed and return the result to the client via API. The connection between uh, client API and server create a flexible and standard interaction model in building model software system. And I will talk about some tool of testing API. Selenium used to automate user interface testing on web browser, and Appium provide the ability to automate mobile application testing across multiple platforms, and Jenkins used to automate continuous testing and deployment process, and Postman used for API and web server, mainly focusing on sending and receiving HTTP requests. And now I will introduce introduction to Postman. Postman is a comprehensive platform that help developer build, test, and deploy API easily, and help optimize the software development process through effective API management and testing. So why tools like Postman are crucial in streamlining the testing process? Postman not only help with API testing but also create an iterate and efficient working environment for development and testing team, helping to streamline the testing process and ensure software quality.
Hi teacher, my name is Hưng. I will continue our presentation about Postman. The next part will be some case feature of Postman. The first one will be collection and environments. One of the core features of Postman is ability to organize your API requests into collection and environment. Collection are a group of related requests that can be executed as a whole or individual. Environments are a set of variables that can be used across different collection and requests. By using collection and environments, we can easily manage and reuse our API requests as well as switch between different configuration and contexts. For example, we can create different environment for development, testing, and production, and use variable to store common values such as base URL, authentication tokens, or parameters. The second one will be creating and manage requests. You can send requests in Postman to connect to APIs you are working with. Your request can be retrieved, add, delete, and update data. Whether you are building or testing your own API or integrating with a third-party API, you can send your request in Postman. For example, if you are building a client application, such a mobile application or web app for a store, you can might send a request to retrieve available data products, another request to create a new order, and a different request to log a customer into their account. Continue. Will be strip and test. Another powerful feature of Postman is the ability to write script and test for your API request. Script are snippets of JavaScript code that can be executed before and after a request to perform tasks such as setting variables, generating data, or logging results. By using script and test, you can automate and validate the API request as well as enhance your test coverage and qualities. Number four will be running tests and assertion. Test script Postman allow you to write test script and using JavaScript. This script can be attached to requests and they run automatically after the request is sent. Assertion tests often include assertion to check whether the response meets expected criteria. Postman provide a range of built-in assertion for common scenarios, and you can also create custom assertion using JavaScript. Number the five will be collaboration and sharing features. Postman used to be a platform where people working in isolation and test API on their own with command forking, branching, pull requests, tagging, and more has never been easier. We can take advantage of multiple experience with share workspace and make it a group effort. Next will be integration and extensibilities. If you want to extend and integrate Postman with other tools and platforms, you can use the blockchains and integration feature of Postman. Integration are connection that can link Postman with other service or application, such as GitHub, Slack, or Jenkins. By using blockchain and integration, you can customize and optimize your Postman experience and automate and streamline your workflow. The next part will be Lê Hoàng Lâm present.
Hello, teacher. My name is Lam, and I will continue to present about the benefits of using Postman for automation testing. And first of all, uh, with Postman, it has a friendly user interface that user can use and test that APIs easily. and is a modern applications. Postman is compatible with many platforms and for about the manage and share test script and also the scenario management or easy sharing that the user can share and that user can share their API or their collection among team members and it help user from manage and share the test script efficiently and next thing is about testing process that when you have some uh, repetitive tasks that you need to automation testing again that is Postman's a helpful method for user to test it automatically uh, and with so-called management tool the compatibility of Postman with SAM is also uh, efficient. efficient. Mm, and the last three thing about API testing in Postman provide user a platform that user can send API requests with meta that user can send from data. User can send strip of JSON or text, and when the response and when user receive the response, that user can receive various styles such as the JSON response or the raw response or sometimes this is a pay HTML. And I will continue to talk about the best practice and tips for using Postman. Mm, there are six titles. The first is organizing collection. Next is efficient test script, plain testing environment, about environment variable, efficient test scripts, and the last thing is documentation. About the first thing is organize collection. That you can create a collection to store any API endpoint and put it in the folder that you want. Such that you can create the folder products in the collection of the name of your website and put some API endpoint in it to manage it efficiently. And about efficient test script and clean testing environment. That for 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 the script test that efficient, uh, you can make it as simple as possible and make it straightforward in the API send to test it automatically and also include some comment, some description and put the correct name for each API in each folder when sharing among the team member for each user can use it easier and for about the environment variable that's you can create environment available uh, direct directly in Postman and use it available in the header of each API endpoint. And about the last thing is about documentation. That's Postman can be uh, Postman can be shown as API human readable documentation. That's when you click in any API endpoint such as create user. That's Postman will show on the information about that API request about how the data is sent in each tab about body header authorization that API endpoint and the below is the response of after user sending that request. About the first thing, organizing collections is a collection in Postman is that is it known as it include many folder in a collection that in each folder you can put the API endpoint subject about for the user that the for the user had the API endpoint client get on user or write user and so edit user that user should add the description for each API endpoint and put it into a correct collection answer the correct for the to manage it easier. And the next thing is about the efficient test script. User can write a test script straightforward in the API endpoint request send simultaneously, and when user send the request, the test script is uh, automatically uh, carrier, and user can avoid unnecessary complexity and keep the code as simple as possible. And about including error handling logic in test script is the method to handle unexpected response or the error. And how to keep the clean setting environment is Portman Stone that we can review and clean up collection periodically. And so some requests and the folders that are no longer in use. And the clear description should be included in collection and request to make the claim meaning of each one. Okay. And the last part of our presentation is about the demonstration by Nguyễn Huỳnh Nhân.
Hi teacher, my name is Young and now I will give a demonstration and how we interact and get use of the main functions of the Postman. As you can see here, Postman have a very friendly UI for every user to interact with. Um, First of all, a Postman provided to uh, easily manage the connection of API. Uh, as you can see here, we are in the connection tabs, and in here I have uh, the Toontown API connection, which we are writing this application by Java and Java Spring Boot, and we have managed all these API in the collection. And in the collection, we uh, uh, can decrease like a more specific folder. Uh, for here we have the specific folder for each function, like authentication for user function, song function, playlist, and Firebase for uploading a cloud storage. And in each folder, it will contain the list of API that we are want to test or we want to observe. For example, we have this is the get access tokens. This is like an authenticate API for authenticate the email and password for user to sign in our web page. And there, in this request, we can choose which method types that we want to test, like get, post, put, patch, delete, head, and option. And this is the URL bar that we like defining the endpoints that we want to send the request to, and then below the endpoint bar that will that we will specify each parameter for the request, like params. This is the parameter for the endpoint, the authorizations that we will specify for to implement if the API that requires the authentications for the header. Uh, for the header, we can also specify, and in the body, we can also like uh, put the data that we want to send with the request, like form data or the form URL encoded or raw. That in this tab we can specify the type of raw, like text or XML or JSON, and in the text tabs that we can put the JavaScript code to run to run to run cùng lúc là gì đâu
Simultaneously.
At the same time, at the same time.
we in the in test tabs we can uh, specify the JavaScript code that we want to run at the same time when we send the request. Um, it, and after we have setting all the parameter for the request, we can send to the server that and it will, and if the server is working, and it will the postman will catch the response from the server and will display on the body tab in here. As you can see, the server is returning the exact tokens for the user Nguyễn Hoàng Nhân at the ID at 505 as and the wrong user. Um, for the next main features of the Postman, that we can uh, create the environment for the own APIs that we want to run. In this environment, we can create the variables for the APIs. For example, in here I have created the accept token variables for for all the authentication requests for all APIs. In here we have the current value, which will change at the same time. I have sent the authenticate API in here, and it will be modified at the same time that I will send, and the accept token variable will change in here, and 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 when I want to use other and when I want to use that environment variables, I just have one thing to do is that we choose the environment from here. If I have choose no environment, the exact token will not be specified and the server will return to the forgotten. But if I choose the Toontown environment, the exact token will be specified as in the environment, and when I send to the server will recognize this exact token and will return the value that we want to. Uh, uh, and Postman also provided to uh, specify the scenario that we want to test, like um, like in the collection, we just test every single the APIs, the endpoints, but not like specify the like a whole in scenario that is the change of many API together. So the flow we do it, we can uh, from the next main functions of Postman is flow of for init collection, that we just can test every single the API, but not for the whole scenarios. For example, if we want to get the user, this API needs to be authenticated as for the exact tokens. So we need to get exact token, then we can, and after that we can get the own user. So this flow we can specify the scenario like that. For a new flow, it start with the start button, and for the start we can choose a request. Um, the first thing we can want to do for before get all user that so we need to get the accept token, and if the accept token is success, we can choose the same request here and then choose the get user. Uh, and for example, after get user, I want to get the songs in the server, so I will specify the get song in here. And the notice in here is that we need to add the environment in here, because the in the for the frequency the get all user will we reference the accept token variable into the environment. So we need to set the environment in here, and after we have setting all the scenarios, we can use run to run this. As you can see, after send to have to get the exact tokens, if this success, the uh, the flow will change into get user, and after get user, we can uh, change into get songs, and flow also provided to see uh, what is the results of the, the when we finish receive the uh, data from the request. And here we can see uh, this is the properties of uh, server that's returned into the API here, like a total elements, song list, the current page, and the total page in the get song API. And the last things that Postman also provided to do is that we can cooperate with other teammates with the invite. In here, we can specify the user that we want to uh, working with us, or defining workspace for whole teams to work in APIs, and the teams can see how many and how detailed is the APIs. Uh, we can choose the view documentation, and in here we can easily observe all the API that the developer have tested or have developed. So that is all the main functions of Postman. Thank you, teacher, and everyone have listened to us.